What's up, y'all? Real Sabroso here, back at it again with Faceoff. This is episode 2. I'm here with
Eddie, man, let's get it.
And today's episode, we're going to talk about the upcoming fight between Jake, El Gallo de Oro, Paul, and Chavez Jr.
Julio César Chávez Jr.
Yes, sir.
Don't get it wrong,
Those
bro.
are the ones.
Those are the ones. But yeah, all right, man. I mean, to me, that's an exciting fight. Great fight. Good fight for boxing. A lot of people don't like it. You know, they said, say what you want about Jake Paul, man, but he's bringing in the fans. He's bringing in the entertainment. Now he's fighting Julio César Chávez Jr., which is going to be an exciting fight. A really hard fight to choose from right now, man. After I've been seeing Chavez train, he's looking good compared to his last fights, and when he lost to Anderson Silva, man, he was not himself. But I'm seeing actually him training hard lately, so oh man, I think it's gonna be an exciting fight. If I'm gonna have to choose, man, I'm gonna have to think about it here a little bit, but I'm not ready to pick yet, guys. I don't know, man.
I think it's gonna be a good one. I think it's a good fight for boxing.
50-50.
It's a good fight for boxing.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, who else is Jake gonna fight right now? You know, like, he doesn't really have much. You know,
Tommy Fury.
Well, he needs, if he wins this fight, he needs to get that rematch. He needs to get his,
or KSI. You know, that's a big fight too.
KSI too. But he's over here talking about Canelo.
Yeah,
he's talking about Badu Jack. He also called out Badu Jack because Badu Jack is the champion in his weight.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and they're gonna have Badu Jack. I think I heard he's gonna be in the undercard, right? And then if he wins, he might fight the winner from Paul and Chavez.
I mean, one thing about Jake Paul is that he has a lot of money behind him. So he has grown so much in the sport of boxing because he can hire the best trainers, the best nutritionists, the best everything, you know. So he has a lot of money behind him. And that will help you a lot when you get into boxing. You know, like, if you guys know, gyms, they get expensive. Trainers get expensive. And that guy can have the best trainers. Best of everything. Best equipment, best technology, best everything, you know. So that's why he's moving up so quick. And when I see him fight, I'm like, he's getting better. But I'm like, man, he just has like that awkward style, you know. Like, you fought some awkward people before. I fought some. I sparred some. And they just look horrible, but when you spar them, they're tough. You know, they just give you like a weird, like, kind of.
They'll be catching you with shots that you don't even see coming. And
that's kind of how I feel like Jake Paul is.
You feel like that? I feel like he's developed some skills over the year. I feel like when he first started, for sure, I would say he had like that weird, awkward style. Yeah. But I feel like he's developed some skills. I think it's helped him sparring, you know, some of the top pros. I hear he flies guys out to Puerto Rico to help him out in that camp, and then he trains with like Jay Leon Love or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's like his coach,
that's his trainer. Yeah, so like he has good positive, you know, professionals in his corner. So I think that could help him in this fight. But he's gonna still lack that experience. Yeah, that Chavez has. Chavez has. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, 60 professional fights, man. Yeah, that's different. I mean, like you said, it matters how they're training for sure, because it don't matter. Like, your background don't matter. You especially have to put in the work.
When you've been doing drugs, you just got to rehab. You know, that by itself is going to take years from your life. You know. Yeah. And he, as of right now, he hasn't really came back good from that, but he's been training hard for this fight. So that's why I'm like, maybe this is the fight that could get him another big fight, but like an actual fighter. Or maybe he's gonna. I'm not really saying take a dive, but a lot of people are saying that Jake Paul's opponents take dives. If you guys have been hit in real life, like by a glove, man, it stings, you know. So if you're saying he takes a dive, I've been seeing his fights and he just lands a good solid shot, and that's like just really good actors, which I don't know. I'm not seeing it.
Hey, WWE.
But hey, WWE, you can see it though. You can see it. They're kind of like. They move with the punch. No, he actually lands it, and he puts him to sleep. Whether they're faking, I don't know, man. I mean, I've been hit with some good shots, and I'm like, I wasn't faking that, you know? Like, I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he's not, but just as a fight, to me, like a real boxing fight, it's hard to fake, you know? sometimes even when I spar beginners, I can't pull back. You know, like I'm trying to like throw like a easy shot and it just comes naturally hard. So just imagine that in a fight, in a pro fight with the crowd and all that. Yeah, you might slip up a hard punch if you're trying to fake it or whatever, you know. So to me, I don't think it's fake. I think he just lands a good shot. He lands at the right time. He has good timing. His training camp, they know what they're doing, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's fake. Yeah, I don't think it's fake. I don't think it's fake. I feel like Jake, the guys that he's fought, Mike Perry.
Yeah, bare knuckle.
Easy money.
Yeah.
You know, the toughest fight that he's ever fought, obviously, was Tommy Fury. He lost. Yeah. And then Anderson Silva, which a lot of people thought he should have lost or could have lost that one.
It was a close fight.
He only, he not. I think the last round he dropped him, yeah. And then I think that's what got him the victory. But he struggles with guys that are more experienced, right, in boxing, which Tommy Fury and Silva. Yeah. Silva was what? 4-0 or something like that. Yeah. 5-0, I don't know, in boxing.
Before he lost.
Because he used to box before he did MMA. I don't know if people knew that, but I just don't know what Chavez is gonna show up. That's the only thing that I'm concerned because I want Chavez to win.
Oh man.
Because I think it's gonna be a little embarrassing for boxing.
Former world champion
losing to a YouTube star. Yeah. That's literally how he came up.
Yeah. On former YouTube. World champion with 60 fights or around there.
Son of a legend, don't forget. Yeah. Son of a legend.
Hey, if he loses, Chavez Sr. is going to have to step up, glove up, man.
Oh my God, bro.
Hey, he even said he's like that he would have done better than Mike Tyson. Hey, maybe. Who
knows? Because he does stay in the gym, though.
Yeah, he be training.
Yeah, he is always doing exhibition fights.
Yeah, that I would not want to see. No, he needs to stop fighting old guys, man.
No more old people.
One thing that I do want to say, guys, is I don't agree with Oscar De La Hoya. He keeps saying, "Oh man, like if Jake Paul knocks him out, it's gonna be good because Canelo couldn't knock him out." Those are two different fighters, man. That's before he rehab and all that stuff. Chavez from when he fought Canelo and Chavez now is not the same fighter. I don't care what you say, he's not the same fighter. So you cannot say that that's gonna be Jake Paul is really good because he stopped him or whatever. It's not the same fighter, you know.
Yeah.
It's like saying when he beat Mike Tyson, he gets a lot of props. No one gives him props for that. Mike Tyson was almost 60 years old. You know, like.
For real. Nah, it's sad. I don't think he should fight any more old people for sure.
Yeah.
I think Chavez is not that old yet, which I'm happy about. I think he's just hit 40. He just turned 40.
Just in and out of rehab.
Just that's the only thing is that the rehab thing. But he got one fight after rehab, so that's good. At least he got that 6 rounds in, and now he's going 10 rounds. So that's a 10-round fight. It's a 10-round fight. So that's a big difference, you know. So like, he looked very tired in 6 rounds. Yeah. So and maybe that's what gave Jake Paul kind of like I should fight him, right? That he saw that performance. He's like, damn, this dude tired in 6 rounds. Like, I'm about to knock him out. And he fought a dude with one fight. He 1-0.
Was it an MMA guy?
MMA guy, 1-0.
That's something like you cannot say that. If he beats him, it's gonna be shocking, or is it's gonna like. Because right now I feel like the favorites might even go towards Jake, you know, because of Chavez's last performance. But you also can't be like, Chavez he's done a lot in the sport. He's a former world champion. So if he takes it serious, he should be able to dominate, you know. But I still don't know, like, all that wear and tear that has been in his body and just the rehab and all that stuff that he's been going through.
He was going through some tough mental stuff. Like,
tough.
And they had him in those like mental hospitals. Yeah. He said his dad said he couldn't even pull him out. Yeah. Like he said that he went to them and he was trying to take him out, and they said no, he cannot leave. He's not mentally fit to go out to the world right now.
Yeah.
So can you imagine to go from that to where he's at now?
I mean
that's already a victory in itself.
That's what I'm saying. That shows a lot. He's grown a lot as a individual, right? He's grown a lot. He's definitely in the right spot. In boxing, it's definitely going to help him stay on the right track. So that's good that, you know, Jake Paul even gave him this opportunity, you know, like it's going to help him stay in the right track. And also, man, he's about to make a bag, you know.
You can't hate on nobody trying to make a bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, damn, why is he trying to fight Jake Paul? Like, he's to me, I'm like, it's kind of sad because I'm like, if Jake Paul beats him, he has a lot to lose. Yeah. So little to gain, you know, because I'm like, at this point, I'm like, he should be able to beat Jake Paul. You know, he's a former world champion. To lose to Jake Paul is going to be huge, you know, especially him. He's not 60 like Mike Tyson or 58, whatever Mike Tyson is. But, you know, he's not that old. He's still, like, in, I'm not saying prime, you know, but Hopkins was a world title champion at.
Hopkins won a world title, like, at 48 or something.
Yeah, see, so I'm like, no excuses. I mean, he's been through a lot, but he's been training hard. So, if I was going to pick, I'm going to edge it out to Chavez. It kind of took me a little thinking, you know. I had to kind of see, like, both directions, like, how would Jake Paul win and how would Chavez win. Has Chavez ever been stopped? No, I don't think so, right?
What are his losses? I know he lost to Canelo.
So he lost to Canelo. He lost to Maravilla. Was that?
Sergio Maravilla. Decision, yeah. Canelo. He's probably lost some other.
Yeah, he's lost to a couple.
Maybe he has never been stopped.
Yeah, I really don't think he's been stopped. That's why I'm bringing it up. I mean, we could probably bring up his record here.
Anderson Silva decision too, right?
Yeah,
he lost the decision.
Yeah, that one was sad, you know.
That one was sad too because Anderson Silva was like 50 something, and he beat
and he's coming from MMA.
But
too. They said that one was close too, right?
Yeah,
I didn't watch.
I'm surprised he edged it out in Mexico. Didn't he find him in Mexico?
In Mexico, yeah.
He edged it out.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. So like, okay.
But yeah, that's who I got, man. I got Chavez winning. I think it's going decision. I don't think there's going to be a knockout. I think the only way Jake Paul could win is by knockout. And there could be a possibility of him knocking him out. Who knows? We'll see. Because I don't think he's ever been stopped, right? But the way he's been training, I'm seeing he's back to throwing those combinations. He's back to moving his head good, throwing those hard, solid body shots that he was known to, kind of like his dad. So I see him winning. And if he doesn't, then, you know, I'm like 0-3 picking these fights.
For real, man, this guy, he better get this one right. Because if he doesn't,
hey, Chavez, man, you better be training, bro.
We about to make some reels out of this.
I'm about to be the Perkins, man.
For real. Nah, man, as much as I hate it, I'm gonna have to agree with you too.
Yeah.
I think I'm pulling for Chavez. I'm pulling for Chavez mainly because I want him to win, but also because I could just see it too, you know. I can't see Jake Paul. Literally, I cannot see Jake Paul beating Chavez at his game.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul, like, Chavez is a pressure fighter, body puncher, power puncher, right? And I was kind of comparing the fight to Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz went the distance with Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, there's no reason for Jake Paul
cannot stop him, you know.
Chavez out, and if Chavez brings the pressure, and if he's in shape, he's gonna beat him. Will they give him the decision? That's the only thing that scares me. Is if they go the whole 10 rounds, will Chavez get the decision?
Who does that favorite the 10 rounds, Chavez or Jake Paul?
They both gas out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They both get really tired. I feel like even in the Diaz fight, Diaz was more in shape. Diaz was kind of winning a little bit more of the later rounds when Jake Paul got tired. Jake Paul gets tired.
He does get tired.
He out of nowhere, he just got out a big strong punch against Silva.
At the end,
that one was crazy.
Yeah.
But
he has good counter punch, you know. He times punches good, and he has power. So that.
But he's never faced a chin like Chavez. Chavez got a chin.
But does he still have a chin? You know.
I don't know.
We're about to find out. Because Jake Paul, man, he's been laying people out. Has he had one fight where he doesn't knock somebody out?
Yeah, Nate Diaz.
He dropped him.
He dropped Nate Diaz?
Yeah, he dropped him.
Nate Diaz, Tommy Fury.
He dropped him too.
He dropped him too?
He lost, but he dropped him. Yeah.
Okay, so he's got a good punch.
I think he's dropped everybody. Wait, who did he fight at last?
But he's not gonna drop
Chavez.
He won't drop Chavez.
Nah, I don't think so. I really don't think so. But man, I'm curious to see how Chavez's chin is gonna.
Yeah, Chavez. We're counting on you, man. Like, get this job done.
Nah, you better
for all the fighters. For all the
running. Where's he training at right now?
He's with Capetillo in Vegas, right? Yeah. Vegas or Cali? I think it might be.
Cali?
I
don't even know. But hey, if you're in Cali, man, you better be running that big bear.
For real, you better be doing those mountain runs and big.
I don't want him gassing out because, man, like, I might bet. I might bet.
Cause I don't even see the odds.
Actually, yeah, I don't know. Jake Paul might even be the favorite, or Chavez.
Oh, Jake Paul.
It might be close. It might be
Jake
close.
Paul be the favorite for sure.
It might be close.
Yeah, I don't see him beating Chavez, but it's boxing, Anything can literally happen. I also could see Jake Paul winning. I also could see Jake Paul even stopping him, like, cause you never know, like, what Chavez is gonna show up. What if, like, they're selling us that he's training, and he's not even training?
Yeah, he just does a quick little video.
Does a video.
But I mean, yeah, you're right. That is boxing. Like, anything can happen. One punch can change a fight, and anything can happen. But like you said, Chavez hasn't been dropped, or at least to our knowledge. I haven't really followed his career as much. But to my knowledge, I don't think he's been stopped. If he's been stopped, hey guys, don't come after me in the comments, but he's still a really tough fighter. Like, really tough fighter. Like, Canelo was whooping him from round 1 to round 12, and he stayed on him, So I'm like, he's a tough fighter if Jake Paul stops him. But we also don't know.
And he's big, too, so, like, a lot of people are like, Jake Paul always, like, weight bullies people. Yeah, like Mike Perry, all them guys are, like, way smaller than him. But Chavez is a big dude naturally, He shows up when he fought Canelo. I think they fought at 168 or whatever. He showed up like 180 something, 180, 190. He's a big guy, so I think it's gonna be, to his favor that they're fighting at heavyweight or cruiserweight, whatever it is. I think it's cruiserweight. So he's gonna be happy because he don't have to lose weight. He just fight at his walk around weight or whatever.
Yeah, because Jake Paul. What does Jake Paul fight?
201 at
201.
Yeah, I think.
Dude, sometimes I think he's fought at 192 before.
I think he's fought at 190, but I think he didn't like it.
Because I remember I think they're trying to do that catch weight with him and KSI, but I don't think Jake Paul wants to get down anymore. To I think it was like 185 or 1. I don't know. But Jake Paul's like,
I don't think he feels good when he gets down.
Yeah.
I think when he fought Fury, wasn't it at 190?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think maybe that's why he didn't want to go back down anymore.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
I just can't see. I don't want Chavez to lose, man, like, at all. That's not gonna look good, For someone that has been boxing since he was a kid, I'm like, and then someone who just barely started boxing,
for real,
like, that's kind of crazy. What was his first pro fight? He already probably has like good 5 years into him, right?
I think it was what's that fool's name?
That Gibb.
It was Gibb. Yeah, I was gonna say Nate Robinson, but Gibb.
I think it was Gibb first, and then it was Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Nate Robinson.
Hey, I'm glad Nate Robinson got his kidney though,
For real. Who did he get it by? Some random?
Yeah, I don't know, some random guy, but hey, he got it. So, man.
For real.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing right there, man.
But yeah, we both got Chavez. Hopefully he gets the job done.
Yeah.
But much success to both fighters. May the best man win. That's
big fight. It's
still a big fight, and it's a big fight for boxing. So as long as boxing wins, we all win because we love boxing.
If Jake Paul wins, boxing doesn't win. Maybe
a lot of people are saying that he's been doing a lot for boxing. So
yeah, he has his own promotion. I heard
he's been bringing different eyes to boxing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying boxing won't win, but it's not going to look good. Like, damn, he's beat a former world champion that's not even over.
But, okay, all right, so let's talk about this then.
Or 40, yeah.
So let's talk about this. So, okay, so let's say Jake Paul wins, right? Are we going to finally consider him a real boxer? Or are we going to keep calling him YouTube fighter? Like, can we finally see him as, like, a guy that can compete with boxers?
Yeah, I feel like depending what Chavez shows up, If it's like just a Chavez
that's standing up, doing nothing,
just trying to show up to get a check,
then
nah, no.
But if we see Chavez,
if we see like put in work, like it's like a close fight, and Jake Paul beats him, then I'm like, all right, and now he needs to stop fighting these old guys and maybe not Canelo, you know, like
definitely not
Canelo.
Badu Jack is an older fighter too. He's like in his 40s too. So like maybe that would be a good fight for him.
Or if not, a rematch from freaking Tommy Fury. But I heard Tommy Fury is pricing himself out. You know?
I mean, why wouldn't he? You know, get your bag and you won. So now you get to get the money. You know?
Yeah. But I heard it was still like a lot he was gonna make that. It was like, but he wants more. That's crazy, man. I wish I was freaking had 1 million subs. Fight one of those guys, make 1 million.
Bro, we're still waiting for Misfits to hit us up Misfits, to go fight.
We ready.
Or what's that dude's name? Aiden Ross, come on, man.
Hit us
up. We're both ready. We'll fight. Look, 2 brothers versus 2 brothers. Where's the Island Boys? Island Boys, bro.
Let's get it, Island Boys.
Island Boys, come on, man. Whatever weight you guys want. If you guys want me to get down to 112, I'll go down to 112.
If you guys want me to blindfold, I'll do that too.
For real. Aiden Ross, come on, man. Call us up. Lalo can get it too. Hey, catch weight.
Talking about all these, like, Lalo, he's that was like knocking out.
Lalo versus Lalo.
There you go. No, but hey, he's like talking about all these like social media fights and stuff. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I feel like they should categorize it as entertainment, not boxing. I don't know. Like they need to make their own league.
But isn't boxing entertainment?
It is still boxing, but boxing is entertainment. But I want to say no because it's a combat sport.
But combat entertainment though.
Entertainment is WWE. That's why they even named it entertainment.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what I mean. Like you need to put entertainment behind whatever you're doing. So if it's gonna be like Aiden Ross. Boxing fights, entertainment, or some shit like that.
But they're swinging, bro. You seen some of those fights?
Yeah, it's real, bro. But I don't know, man. I just feel like sometimes it makes it look bad.
Yeah.
It makes it look like anybody can do boxing.
Yeah.
And that's not true. Cause these guys that are going out there are just going out there making themselves look stupid.
Yeah.
They're not really using no boxing skills. Yeah. Like the Island Boys.
But look, I'll tell you this.
Island Boys were throwing backhands, bro.
Yeah, but look, I'll tell you this.
Backhands,
like,
bro.
Those fights are more entertaining than Haney. I'd rather watch those than watch Haney.
Nah, you don't mean that. You would not sit down and watch those fights than watch.
Hey, they're funny to watch.
They're funny. Look, that's what I'm saying. Entertainment.
Yeah. maybe it was just Haney's last fight because I love watching him fight. His previous fights, good jab, good movement, but he was literally running.
Yeah.
With Ramirez, like he was running. That I do not like to watch. But an actual fighter that boxes good, like a lot of these fighters think they're Mayweather. You're not Mayweather, bro. You know, engage, attack. Like if you guys watch Mayweather, he would still be in the pocket blocking shots. He wouldn't be back foot the whole time. You know. That's why I'm like, like I don't know, man. That's another thing that I don't like about boxing. You know, these movers are just be running and running and running and running. That's also hurting boxing too. You know, like
I feel like, especially like in the big fights, like bro, you're getting paid 6, 10 million, 15 million to go do those type of performances.
Yeah, I'm like definitely not.
That's just it's kind of disrespectful to like fighters like that are on the grind that will literally go bust their ass for 15, 20K.
Yeah.
Right? They'll fight their ass off for that much money.
Even 15, 20K is a lot. You know, you have to make it to like big fights for that.
So like,
like these local fighters that are making.
But I'm saying like those guys go and fight their ass off.
Yeah. For
15, 20K, but like, and these guys go and just run for 15 million. You know, that it's kind of disrespectful. I don't know. I feel like Turkey's gonna do it the right way now. He says he's trying to get smaller rings and do bonuses. Knockout bonuses, you know, that'll make fighters fight a little bit harder. But yeah, I feel like especially in the big fights, like you got people buying your fights, paying money to go watch you.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna fight like that? Yeah, no, that's disrespectful. I feel like I don't know if I would rather watch Aiden Ross's boxing.
That's what I was telling you, man. Like I really rather watch the Island Boys fight than Devin Haney's last fight. Those guys were at least. If you see it, it was a good fight. Funny, yeah. It was funny. It was like a street fight, but it was a good fight. Like it was entertaining.
And even the Lalo fight was good.
That one was even better, man. I was like, yeah, let's go Lalo. But nah, like as far as like,
I hope Lalo fights again, bro.
Yeah, he's good. He just needs to train. He trained for like a week or 2 weeks, something like that.
Like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, so imagine if he trains, he was throwing some haymakers. But that's what I'm saying. Like that Devin Haney fight and Shakur's last fight, those guys, man, they need to. And I don't want to judge him off of that performance, because they're like Shakur hurt his hand. That's it's hard to win a fight with one hand, so I give him props for that. Devin Haney just came back off of a whooping from Ryan Garcia on steroids, and he wasn't trying to get hit. It looked like he wasn't, so
he was a little scared.
Yeah, so I mean, I get that.
A little PTSD.
Yeah, they're still.
Shakur, no excuses, Shakur. If you got a broken hand, bro, you gotta still fight. Fuck that. I broke my hand one time in a fight, and that motherfucker's head was hard as a fucking rock. It was a bald head guy. For real, it was a bald head dude, and I was hitting him with everything. My hand broke in the middle of the fight, and I had to fight the last 2 rounds with a broken hand, and I was still throwing as hard as I could with the hand. And to me it's easier because you can't feel it no more.
Yeah,
like it hurt after the fight, but when I was in the fight, I was throwing as hard as I could, and it was all numb.
Oh, I remember seeing you come out with your hand.
Yeah, my hand was like
purple and like swollen.
Swollen like that much. Yeah. Like I didn't feel it in there until I got out.
Yeah, but I just really think
Chavez, we gotta get this one, man.
Chavez, no, but yeah, so I just really think these fighters need to engage more. So Chavez, man, go out there and dominate Jake Paul, and Jake Paul, man, fight too. I want to see a good fight. At the end of the day, I want to see a good fight. I'm hoping Chavez wins, comes out victorious, but as long as it's a good fight, I'm gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. But I still got Chavez winning, guys. But hey, that's it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you guys watched it before the fight, and let us know in the comments who you guys think is going to win this fight between
predictions. We want to see those predictions, guys.
And Chavez. Yeah, comment your predictions, guys. See you guys in that next episode, guys. Eddie here. I'm out.
Chavez about to get the W, guys. You guys already know. All right, Real Sabroso is out of here.
Boom.
Peace out.